What's the best bike to own, you might think? In our current opinion, is the Ducati Supersport 950.
But what would make it even better is if they were cheaper, of course. For a brand new 950, you're looking to spend 16,000 euros or more.
That's a pretty big price tag if you ask me, even if it's a Ducati. But if there was a way to get it cheaper than that would be great.
It's easy to see why the 950 is so popular. It looks great, it has aggressive lines, it's a bike in public that's going to grab attention. Under the bonnet you will find an L-twin engine producing 110 horsepower.
We've always wanted a Ducati, and when this thing showed up at auction, we didn't hesitate, and yeah, as you can see, now it's here.
And with it being crash damaged, it was an opportunity to get a Ducati for cheap. But there could be a reason why it is so cheap. We will find that out later in this video as we start tearing it apart.
Let's face it, we were never going to own a brand new Ducati Supersport. But when this one showed up at auction, for a good price, we decided to go for it. It has close to 8,000 kilometers, or in freedom units, close to 5,000 miles. Then this was a perfect opportunity.
Luckily for us, even though the bike has been in an accident, it still starts.
But from the damage we can see on the bike and the photos we saw at action, it looked pretty easy to fix. And I think we can do it below budget. Speaking about budget, our budget is 10,000 euros. The bike has cost us 8,000 euros. So that means we have 2,000 euros remaining. As you can see, that's not a lot. But I have a friend who's going to be helping me, / cameraman. So let's make this bike looking brand new.
I think the first place we should start at is definitely at the front.
As you can see, that's where the biggest damage is. And then slowly work our way backwards, because there's a lot of damage on the side fairings as well. I don't expect any unexpected damage, but something that could make this build a lot more expensive is if the suspension forks were damaged. But there's only one way to find out, and it's to start taking the fairings off and see what's behind them.
But for now, there's no time to waste.
So we start by removing the front mudguard, which we thought was easy to remove, but turned out a lot more difficult than we thought because of some hidden bolts. Now that the mudguard is off, we can start removing the headlight fairing that was already partially broken from the crash. To get it, we first had to remove the mirrors, and in the meantime Adrien started working on the back end. The mirrors were held down with 3 bolts each, which were definitely not ready to come out. Now that the front fairing is off, we can see a lot more of the hidden damages, and we found a way to remove the second mirror. After that the mirrors and fairing were removed, we could start taking off the instrument cluster, which was a pretty big job because there were so many individual parts around it.
So, as you can see, there are some pieces that are broken, like this one. And some pieces that are just scratched, like for example this one. So we will see what we can reuse, because we have a budget of 2,000 euros. This will be reused, we will just paint it again, but that one is for the bin. So.
Now the only thing left at the front to take off is the headlight bracket, which is also for the trash because 90% of it is gone. The difference is clearly visible of what it should have been. Now that most of the damaged parts have been removed, there is only one thing left to do, which is removing the body panels. The body panels were attached with some Torx and Allen key bolts, so pretty easy to remove, but finding them all was a job by itself.
We finally took off all the fairings. As you can see, it's a pretty stripped bike now. Luckily there was no suspension damage. We struggled a lot with some parts, as you can see in the video, but because it's a budget build, we will have to look to straighten some parts out, reuse some parts. We can't afford ourselves to just buy everything new, because then we would go over budget. So we will have to reuse some things. As you can see, there's a lot of
but all seem to be going a bit too well. Some people may have already seen it, but there is one really expensive part missing. Of course, we're talking about the headlight, which is a signature piece to its aggressive look in the front. This part is going to set us back a whopping 713 pounds, which is over 800 euros, so almost half our predetermined budget.
What a day, everyone. As you can see, the bike has been completely stripped. We took off all the broken parts, so now we can start rebuilding it. We're still waiting for some parts to arrive, but they should arrive in the next few days. And then we can start rebuilding and fixing this thing up. I'm really looking forward to it, so if you guys want to follow us, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.